Well, I think it's not uncommon for people to take adult recreational sports very seriously as if they are professional athletes.
Competition can bring out the best in athletes, but sometimes it can bring out the worst. And police say that's exactly what happened Thursday night after a men's recreational baseball game at Salt River Fields.
Unfortunately, it is common for people to be verbally aggressive, online bullying, physically aggressive, and that just kind of reflects on the coping skills of the person.
According to court documents, a fight caused a game at Salt River Fields to end early Thursday. The victim was told to leave the facility, but police say the DeMarco brothers followed the victim in separate cars, blocking him from leaving, forcing him out of the car, and then beating him with their guns, knocking him to the ground while punching and kicking him.
It does get to a point sometimes where people are so overly invested without good coping skills and strategies to manage frustration and anger, it can escalate to that point.
The victim was shot in the ear and grazed in the neck. According to police, he also suffered a brain bleed. Sports psychiatrist Dr. Brooke Cholette says this is the opposite of what recreational leagues are supposed to be about.
When you say recreational league, that's what it truly should be. And yes, there is a competitive nature in rec leagues, but at the end of the day, everyone's there to have fun, build community, and there's so many positive mental health benefits of community sports.
Police say both brothers invoked their right to remain silent after their arrests. They are now facing several charges involving aggravated assault. Reporting live here in the studio, Alexis Dominguez for Arizona's Family.